Grand jury did a very thorough job. Michael Brown was not some innocent kid that was gunned down in cold blood by some racist police officer. Michael Brown was a thug who had just robbed a convenience store, roughed up the owner of the convenience store, and then when a police officer tried to arrest him, he went at the police officer. The police officer feared for his life. That's why Michael Brown is dead. Now, we can agree or disagree on that. I'm done with it because it doesn't matter anymore. That happened. It's over. I mean, I've even been presented with different social media tweets and so on. People who thought that it was just an innocent kid walking down the street minding his own business. Nothing could be further from the truth. But we're done with that now, putting that aside. All across America, neighborhoods like this exist. Question 1, how did they get this way? Question 2, now that they're this way, what do you do about it? How do you fix it? I played for you guys last week, short little clip, audio of a young lady who just, she was asked, aren't you ashamed? I mean, you're just sitting at home collecting welfare. I mean, doesn't this bother you?
All right, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
30 years old, I have 4 kids, and I've been on welfare for 12 years.
Are you employed?
No.
How do you feel about that?
I'm comfortable with it, and I feel like I don't need to look for one because I get a check from the government every month.
How much do you collect in benefits?
I get $780 in food stamps, $500 in tennis, and I get Medicaid and WIC.
Okay, so generations of free stuff. We start with that. And then the government has had programs that have flat out encouraged people, encouraged them to have kids but not have a family. So between the free stuff and the encouragement to have kids and not have the family, that's part of your problem here. There is no sense of community. If there was a sense of community when Michael Brown was shot, if they believed that it was an innocent kid that was shot, the answer is not to burn down the stores and burn up the cars in your own neighborhood. And by the way, a lot of those businesses are not going to come back. Even though some of those people were born and raised in those neighborhoods, they're not going to come back. They may have insurance to replace their business, but they're not coming back. Well, I know that because we'll take a look at after the Rodney King riots, go back to some of those neighborhoods. Some of those stores are still empty. They're not coming back. Who would? Why would you? There's got to be an answer. First, we have to look at what caused the problem. Then we have to look at how to fix the problem. Now, while searching around for answers, I decided to look into the same exact community that I'm talking about right now. Because let's face it, I can talk about this, but what is my real life experience? Come on, I admit to you, I talk about it too much. I'm an island boy. I grew up in paradise. I grew up on an island off the coast of the Everglades, for Pete's sakes. Okay, when Jimmy Buffett sings about Margaritaville, I know exactly what he's talking about because that's where I grew up. So what do I know about a place like Ferguson? So I thought, well, the answer would be to go to the people who live in neighborhoods like this and look to the people who are actually talking common sense.
Hey everyone, it's Jonathan. I just want to get straight to the point about this Michael Brown incident. Let me tell you something, and I said this before. What we're doing out here is not helping. Us rioting, looting, burning down donut shops and stores and everything else, liquor store, Shanae's hair salon for the extensions. This is not helping. Us acting a fool out here because we pissed off at the police is not helping. I said this before and I said it again. Change is not going to come until we change it.
Now, that's the kind of guy you run for office in a town like that. And I'm just mean Ferguson. I mean any Ferguson across the USA, any town like that. Well, the problem's going to have to go further back. This is a generational thing with kids being born with their fathers not around, and it's encouraged through government programs. Have another kid, get more government assistance. We have neighborhoods that have been pulled apart over generations. People who wander through their lives without any sense of purpose whatsoever. And the police show up because, I mean, if you got people who get everything for free and have nothing to do with their days, And so now find themselves getting into trouble, joining gangs, the drugs, and the police have such a hard time handling the situation. The police ended up becoming heavy-handed themselves in neighborhoods like this across America, which, by the way, I'm not condoning. The police should not be doing that. But the police end up getting frustrated and getting heavy-handed themselves. No one here is working on putting these communities back together again. In fact, the very parties, Democrat especially, that are telling you, the very people that show up and run for office, even on a local level, saying they want what? To heal the families? To bring people together again, support your local business. Hey, kid, pull your pants up, go get a job, things like that. Mostly that's not what they're saying. In fact, they're preaching victimhood to these kids. There is no justice for you. You're a victim. Your parents were victims. Your parents before that. Well, here, I got a better answer. Once again, I'm just an island boy.
What's up, y'all? I know it's a pretty diverse group of people that's watching this, and that's cool. But this one's going out specifically to my black people. Now, I'm going to say this once. Yes, slavery was one of the most horrific things that ever happened in human history. Yes, racism still exists. It's probably always going to exist. Just get over that. And yes, there are law enforcement officers out there that take things too far, abuse their power. They're humans. We're a flawed species. With that being said, today we're going to talk about personal responsibility. Black people, it is 2014. Hate to break this to you. If your life is messed up, it ain't because of slavery. Your ass was never a slave. You probably ain't know nobody that was a slave. You probably don't know nobody that knew nobody that was a slave. Slavery ended a long time ago. Yes, it put us in a big hole in this country, but guess what? Dig your way out of it. Civil rights, about 50 years ago. I don't know if y'all know, we won. We Google it, we won. Yeah, it was a fight. They marched, they sat in, we won. So in 2014, if your life is messed up, look in the mirror, figure out what you're doing, what you're not doing. Take some personal responsibility for yourselves, for your lives. I understand, sometimes you can't help the hands you were dealt. You were born in the ghetto, in the projects. You were born in a bad situation. Nothing you can do about that. But what you can do is do your best to get out of it. If you live in a messed up neighborhood, let me give you a little advice. Stop messing it up. Ain't no rich white man sneaking into the hood in the middle of the night, spray painting graffiti, peeing in hallways. George Bush ain't out in the neighborhoods selling crack on the corner. You know what I'm saying? If your neighborhood is messed up, it's because the people in the neighborhood continually mess it up. All this, stop snitching, everything no, start snitching. Go out there, clean your neighborhood up, and then keep it clean. Somebody come through after y'all clean it up, messing up, snitch on them. Call the police. Y'all like to pull your little camera phones out and record little ignorance and put it on World Star? Pull your camera phones out and record crime. Get out to the police so that way people can be prosecuted and we can stop this cycle. Teach your kids something. Guess what? Swag and Jordans, everything like that, that's cute. But guess what? No, get you an education. Get an education, get a job, better yourself, better your situation. Let's talk about the police violence. Told y'all the other day, stop bringing stuff upon yourself, be complicit. The little video of my man Powell that got shot in St. Louis. Why would you think it's a good idea to run up on two cops when they tell you to stop, put down whatever you got? I'm going to keep coming at them, then they're going to shoot me. Now it's black people, we supposed to be mad, and oh my God, we need to go out there and march right. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. Stop doing crime. Here's the thing. Let's talk about Trayvon Martin for a second. Now, George Zimmerman had no business running off on that kid, and it's a shame that somebody lost their child. But the thing that nobody talked about with Trayvon Martin, in this day and age, why is it that when people see a young black man, the first thing they think of, what's he doing? Is he up to no good? He looks like trouble. You know why that is? Because that's our perception. Because that's the perception that we keep giving people. The way we act, the way we carry ourselves, the fact that how many young men out there have criminal records before they turn 18? How many men out there before they turn 25 have been incarcerated at least once? And then we want to talk about, the justice system isn't fair, they come down harder on us. Okay, that may be true, but did you do it? Just because they gave you more time than they might have gave the white person? If you hadn't done the crime in the first place, you wouldn't have got any time. So stop using that as a damn excuse. If you already know that they're going to come down harder on you, that should be even more of an incentive to stop doing crime. Stop being ignorant. Stop glorifying ignorance. This little rap lifestyle that we looking at, Lil Wayne, all these rappers out there, that's not real life. That's the kind of life that leaves you dead or in jail. And it's a damn shame that in 2014, we are still talking about this. We are still talking about the same stuff that's been all in the Tyler Perry movies, all in the John Singletary movies that we was talking about back in the 90s, Boys in the Hood, black on black crime, stop killing and looting. We need to stop being ignorant, take some responsibilities for ourselves, change our perception, the way people see us in the world. You want the cops to stop messing with you? Stop giving them a reason to. You get pulled over for DWB, for those of y'all don't know, that's driving while black. Don't be mad at the cop. Be mad at the brothers that came before you to give the reputation to the black man for a cop. See, hey, look, there's a car full of brothers. They're probably up to no good. Get to the point where when cops pull us over for nothing, they keep coming up empty. Eventually, they'll stop pulling us over. But right now, hey, there's a car full of brothers. Let's pull them over. Oh, somebody got a warrant. Oh, somebody got a weapon. Oh, somebody got some drugs. So yeah, they're going to keep doing it. Why? Because it works. You go to the crap table, you roll the dice, you keep coming up with 7, you keep rolling the dice. You start crapping out, you'll stop rolling them damn dice. Stop giving the police, stop giving the public at large reasons to look at us like we're second-class citizens. We get looked at like that because a lot of us act like that. And it may not be the majority of us, but it's the perceived majority of us, because it's the ones that you see out there on the World Star videos, on the internet, on Facebook, just acting ignorant, just acting like we don't have no damn sense, like we don't have pride as a people. Have some pride in yourself. Take responsibility for your life. Everything is not somebody else's fault. Sometimes it's just you. Empire. I'm just saying.